Money Master the Game: 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom by Tony Robbins. At first glance, the title of this book, Money, may seem straightforward, but this word can evoke a strong sense of identification among people. After all, few words have such powerful connotations. We all know that money isn't everything, but it's undeniable that many things become impossible without money. Wherever and whenever financial management that makes money is discussed, it reflects the game of human nature. Now, let's talk about this book we're discussing today. The founder of Forbes, Steve, has given it high praise, calling it a financial treasure trove and a gold mine for making money. The book Money achieves this mainly due to the author's expertise. The author's name is Tony Robbins, a well-known figure in the United States. He is hailed as the country's #1 life and business consultant. Many celebrities and business giants, including former U.S. President Clinton, have hired him for guidance and training. When it comes to investment and financial management, Robbins has extensive experience. He has guided over 50 million people from more than 100 countries. Is it amazing? Even more astonishing is that he has conducted in-depth interviews with 50 investment masters, including Buffett and Ray Dalio. From this, he wrote the book Money and created a simple 7-step method. Anyone can use this method to grow their savings until they finally approach the ultimate secret of true wealth. Essentially, these 7 steps are to save more, avoid pitfalls, plan and allocate, stabilize income, learn from masters, and give back. However, the author also emphasizes in the book that it takes more work to achieve financial freedom than following these 7 steps. What's crucial isn't the specific implementation of these steps, but establishing a mindset through them. This mindset is the key to helping you achieve financial freedom. So, let's delve into 4 key points about this book. After listening to these 4 points, you'll understand the essence of this book. First, what does money mean to people exactly? You need to understand its essence. Second, what methods can people use to have money to save? How can investment and financial management make wealth more appreciated? Finally, I'll share 5 tips to accelerate wealth accumulation. First, let's take a look at what money means to people. Money is undeniably essential for most individuals, but it's not necessarily the most crucial aspect of life. Instead, it's often viewed as a tool to exert power, serve oneself and one's family, and create a better life. However, a small subset of individuals become excessively obsessed with money, which becomes destructive to themselves and those around them. In their relentless pursuit of wealth, they sacrifice their health, time, family, and dignity. Thus, at its core, money represents power. It possesses the ability to both create and destroy, to fulfill dreams and incite conflict. Money can be given as a gift, wielded as a weapon, or used to express one's spirit, creativity, and ideas. However, ultimately, money isn't the true objective we seek. Isn't that right? In reality, we desire to pursue feelings and emotions, including power, freedom, security, presence, and the ability to choose. There are many ways to turn dreams into reality, and money is undoubtedly one of them. To some extent, it's either you use money or money uses you. Therefore, how you handle money can reflect your approach to power. Now, take a moment to consider, is money a source of anguish or joy for you? Is it a game or a burden? However, I can tell you this, most wealthiest individuals worldwide see making money as a competition. From the author's perspective, the game reflects life. However, in this game of making money, neither you nor your family can afford to lose. Only after comprehensively understanding the essence of money can we muster the motivation to seriously engage in the game of making money. Imagine a scenario where you no longer work for money or worry about paying bills. You live life according to your desires, with the financial capacity to buy your parents a lovely house, send your children to better universities, and even have the time to travel the world. How would that make you feel? Is it merely a daydream or financial freedom? So, what should we do? The author provides an answer in the book, save more money. In reality, you need to save a portion of your income as savings, accumulating capital. However, many newbies in the workforce often need to be made aware that they need more money and cannot save any. Similarly, some people think they have a lot of money and a high income and don't need to save. But in fact, these thoughts are all wrong. You see, there are many sports and entertainment stars whose annual income is much higher than ordinary people's, but many have still gone bankrupt. On the other hand, some ordinary people with low incomes, due to their perseverance in saving money and making sound investments, have lived a very stable life and even accumulated tens of millions of dollars in wealth by the time they reach old age. So, the next thing we'll discuss is the second point: how can we save money like those mentioned above? The book provides a particularly effective method. This method not only allows you to have money to save, but also makes you feel no pain. The critical point of this method is to change your way of thinking. Don't treat saving money as something optional. I'll tell you now, you must set aside a portion of your salary after it's been deposited, and you won't touch it whether your life is good or bad. You can consider this portion of money as the cornerstone of your entire investment plan or the dream of achieving financial freedom. This fund is significant as it determines whether you can enjoy the power of compound interest and bid farewell to the life of a 9-to-5 worker in the future. So, simply saving money will determine the rest of your life. But this decision must be made by you. No one can replace you. As a famous saying goes, the hardest thing is to decide. After that, if you persist in taking action, everything will be fine. But where should the saved money go? The book tells us that this money must be used for investment, allowing it to appreciate, and appreciate again until it reaches a tipping point and generates enough income to meet our needs for the rest of our lives. So, the third question we need to discuss is, how can we invest and manage finances to increase wealth even more? Here, let me tell you, be cautious, be very careful. You must be mindful of the investment and financial management market, the largest market globally, with advertisements for investment and financial products everywhere. So, to increase your wealth, you need to understand the game's rules and become an expert, avoiding falling into traps. We all know that people succeed because they have knowledge that others don't. For example, when you spend money to hire a lawyer for a lawsuit or spend money to see a doctor for treatment, it's because they have knowledge and abilities that you don't. Those professional terms may sound like gibberish to outsiders. For example, according to the Journal of the American Medical Association, in the past year, there have been about 200,000 deaths due to iatrogenic causes. This term sounds essential, but do you know what iatrogenic means? Is it a rare tropical disease or a genetic mutation? Neither. It refers to accidental deaths caused by incorrect or unnecessary medical procedures performed by doctors or hospitals. So why not use plain language to explain it? Because outsiders can understand it too quickly, which doesn't serve the interests of medical institutions. Similarly, the financial industry also has its jargon, those whose professional terms describe various handling fees. Like many of us, realizing the importance of investment and financial management, we buy various financial products and entrust our money to experts from those professional institutions to manage. However, the reality is that many investment and financial products are like most medical and health products. What you believe in is only the advertisement, not the efficacy. Your investment may make money, but most of the profits go into the pockets of banks, securities companies, and fund companies. But if you lose money, sorry, you bear the risk alone. Take the stock market, for example. 7 of 10 people who trade stocks lose, 2 break even, and 1 profit. Those 2 who break even are the ones who profit. But after deducting various fees, it's already good if they can break even. In addition, funds make a lot of money, but most fund investors don't because most buy in at the high points of a bull market and sell out at the low points of a bear market. They speculate on long-term profitable funds and lose a lot of money. Some do it themselves, while others are fooled by bank financial managers who only want to sell funds. Furthermore, there needs to be more clarity about buying funds, which is chasing after last year's performance champion fund. However, data tells us that last year's performance champion fund often becomes this year's bottom ranking fund. Despite the market's ups and downs, those in the industry know it. However, fund companies and banks still advertise heavily to promote quarterly and annual performance champion funds, and many outsiders fall for it. As they say, outsiders look at a mountain to understand the insider's business. To engage in any field, you must first understand the rules of that field. Only then can you avoid being tricked and falling into traps. Only then can you know the secret to smoothly increasing your wealth. Now that we've discussed the secret of increasing wealth, we'll discuss the fourth point, 5 ways to accelerate wealth accumulation. But before that, first, you need to set your financial goals, which means you need to make a plan to give yourself a sense of direction and ensure you can win this investment game. Why not think about how much money you need to achieve your financial freedom dream and how long it will take to accumulate the funds necessary to realize it using your current investment and financial management methods? It's essential to figure out this number because you will have the power only when you understand it. It is like any journey, you must know where you are before starting. You can only have a chance to achieve your financial dream when you know how much money you need. However, when it comes to how much money they have or need, most people are like ostriches, burying their heads in the sand and ignoring it. For example, many young people spend hours playing with their phones, and many older people watch TV. But regardless of age, when they reach a crossroads, they all rush to catch the green light to save a few seconds or even tens of seconds. Are these people valuing their time? Not really, because the time they waste regularly is hundreds of times more than when they wait for a red light. The only difference is that there isn't a straightforward, giant digital display like a traffic light when watching TV, using a computer, or playing with a phone. So, it's essential to understand how much money you need to achieve financial freedom or realize your dream. Don't let your dreams stay in the dream stage forever. Here, the author provides 5 tips to accelerate wealth accumulation. The first tip is to save more and invest more, that is, to use savings for investment and achieve compound growth. Imagine if you could save a large sum of money now to achieve your financial freedom dream, and this wouldn't cost you a penny. How would you feel about that? Let's look at the most significant investment of your life, which you may have already considered, a house. If you could save tens of thousands or even millions from your own home, how would you feel about that? Besides a house, there's also a car. Many people like to drive BMWs, which are good cars, but also expensive. They can cost you a lot of money, but apart from showing off, a BMW is just a means of transportation. What else can help us save a lot of money besides houses and cars? Cutting back on expenses and living frugally may be less attractive to most people. Most importantly, we don't like it. Many books in Amazon's online bookstore and physical bookstores teach us how to save more money. Finding these money-saving opportunities and accumulating them over time can add up to a considerable amount. The second tip is to earn more and invest more, which is a faster way than saving money. As long as you can unleash your creativity and focus and find a way you are deeply passionate about, you can earn more and smoothly switch to the fast lane of financial freedom. Some people work the same hours as us, but earn double or even 10 times more. It sounds very distressing, but why is our salary low? Or what is the secret to achieving economic success? The book tells us that the key to the secret lies in understanding how to become more valuable in the market. To have more, you must achieve more. So don't expect things to be easy, expect yourself to get better. Therefore, the ultimate secret to becoming wealthy is investing in yourself and learning to improve yourself more diligently. We often encounter people who say that the job market is colder than ice and worry that finding a job is difficult. But the key is not the market, it's you. You can increase your income potential, learn new skills, and even change your thinking. By doing so, you will gain the opportunities to earn money that you need and deserve. However, if your job becomes outdated in 5 to 10 years, consider transitioning and trying something new. There are hundreds of ways in this world that you can use to restructure your skill set, including receiving university education, business education, self-education, and so on. Restructuring your skill set and learning new skills is exciting and scary. It's exciting because there is an opportunity to learn, grow, create, and change. It's scary because you may wonder, how can I do this job well? In short, remember one sentence: for things that need to be changed, you must change. For things that need to be better, you must make them better. Now you know, the most important thing is not how much money you earn, but how much you can keep. What you manage to keep in your pocket is your money. So, the third tip for accelerating wealth accumulation is to get more money from your investments by reducing your expenses. Then, take the money you've saved and invest it. This way, you'll have more investments and, thus, more earnings. For instance, in the United States, mutual funds have an average hidden fee of 3.17%, which is ridiculously high. So, holding on to a high-cost mutual fund compared to a low-cost index fund means paying additional fees equivalent to the wealth accumulated over 10 years of work. It will significantly hinder your progress towards financial freedom. Moreover, those mutual funds that charge high fees rarely outperform the market average. Therefore, avoid excessively charged fees and invest in low-cost index funds. This is because paying exorbitant fees can consume 50% to 70% of your future investment returns. The secret to investing is simple: save on expenses, use the money to invest, and enjoy compound growth. This strategy is another fast lane to financial freedom. The fourth tip is to achieve higher returns. Most people believe that to achieve high returns, they must take on high risks. However, the most significant investors know that things are more complex. The correct investment approach should be called asymmetric investment returns. This term may sound mystical, but the concept is straightforward. A transaction's upside potential is significantly greater than the downside potential. It is known as risk-return asymmetry. By leveraging asymmetrical risk-return transactions, you can still balance profit and loss even if 4 out of 5 investments go wrong. The most significant investors in history know how to maximize investment returns because they understand how to set up the game to ensure they win. Therefore, there are many avenues to gain more investment returns. Asymmetric risk return is the first path, and the second path is asset allocation. Here, all you need to know is the secret of asset allocation. For real estate investors, knowing the location is crucial. It's all about the area. Similarly, to achieve higher returns while reducing risk, there's a magical spell called diversification. Adequate diversification reduces your risk and provides opportunities to maximize returns. Lastly, let's talk about the fifth tip: changing your life. Start by changing your lifestyle. Housing, food, and other expenses largely depend on where you live. So why not consider living in a new city or town? How would life be different? For example, compared to buying a house in a first-tier city and living frugally, diligently saving 5% here and 10% there, moving to a different city may be more worthwhile and saving 5% to 10% on everything. You might say moving to another town is crazy. You have a job, family, and friends here. You've lived here all your life. But if you can see that you can save 10 years of investment career and achieve financial freedom 10 years earlier, or even more, is it worth it? Why wait until retirement to move to the place you've always dreamed of living in? Furthermore, there are many great opportunities worldwide to improve your lifestyle while reducing your cost of living. These places offer beauty, affordability, and picturesque scenery, such as Bali, Uruguay, and so on. As long as you have courage and freedom, dare to try. Moving abroad suddenly seems too radical now, but you can make a 5-year or 10-year plan and think about how this choice will play out in the long run. After all, we live in a globalized economy. Give yourself and your family a chance to explore the outside world. Isn't that an exciting life experience?